Hello viewers, my name is Adigui Michael Adiwale. I'm a crop specialist and I work for Ikore International Development. Today I'll be running you through procedures for collecting soil sample for testing. So the question is this: why do I need my soil to be tested? You need your soil to be tested to determine the chemical properties in your soil. Aside that, you're going to get to know your soil pH, get to know some nutrients that are lacking, talk of nitrogen, your phosphorus, potassium that are lacking in your soil. So these will help you, or will help us as soil analysts to recommend to you things you need to do to ensure that no soil nutrients is lacking in your farm, or to probably to give a recommendation on soil amendment practices that are required for your soil. So this is very important. To start your soil sample, there's some equipment you need. Of course, you need a spade or a hand trowel or an auger. An auger is a perfect tool to use, especially when you want to carry out, take several samples on your farm. But as the case may be, a hand trowel, a shovel, or a cutlass or hoe can be useful as well. Aside that, you need a soil sample bag, or better still, in the case of a C-block bag, it's a C-block bag that can be useful. And then you need an hand glove in case you don't want your hands to be dirty. Without that, you can still carry out your soil sample though. Also, you need a bucket, and then you need a sieve. All of these things will help you to collect your soil sample. And one thing you need to observe as well while carrying out your soil sample is the topography of your field, because the topography is very, very important, so that you can ensure you have an accurate composite soil sample taken. And another thing again that you need to also observe while collecting your soil sample is the depth. For every soil test, it's advisable you take between 0 to 30 centimeter depth. That is very, very important. All right, so I'll be running this process of collecting your soil. So the first thing you need to do is ensure that any crop residue or debris in your farm away a little slightly. Like I mentioned earlier, that you need to hold 0 to 30 centimeter. So, and then try to ensure that since you are using a spade, make sure that both hands are like this. And adjust by bringing it down to ensure that you get required depth. So once this is collected, then you pour your bucket. And then another thing to note as well is that for a massive land, you need to take your soil sample in a zigzag method to ensure that you have, a composite and accurate collection of soil within your farm. So once you collect at this point, you go zigzag, collect like that, and then you add together. You mix thoroughly the soil, your bucket, mix thoroughly. Once you've mixed thoroughly, try to remove any soil debris that is in there, and that's where your sieve comes in place. The sieve, it helps you to sieve out the debris, the stones, or plant debris that might be in your soil. So with that, you are good to go for the packaging. So after collecting your soil from the field, the next thing you're expected to do is to sieve. But please note this, that whatever equipment you're using is not rusty, because this can lead to contamination and you don't want your soil sample to be contaminated. So after this, you sieve out the debris, sieve out whatever stones that might be there. So you're expected to have a fine sample like this. Please ensure you avoid the debris. You're expected to have a fine soil like this. Another thing you need to also note is this: peradventure the soil sample you're collecting is moist, please air dry under a shade, and probably you can put it on a cardboard, spread it out on a cardboard, and ensure that it's under a shade, not sunlight. Okay, so after hair drying your soil and sieving it, the next thing you need to do is to fill in your sack with the fine seed soil, and then you seal it up, then you label. The essence of using this C-block bag is to ensure that your soil is airtight, and then to avoid any contamination or to avoid any spillover. So once you block it up, there, And please ensure that by the time you take your soil sample, it gets to the lab within 3 days. So ensure that the chemical properties are still intact. That is also one of the reasons why you have this, so that you can maintain all the chemical properties of your soil and ensure that they are well intact. After filling in your soil sample into the Ziploc bag, the next thing you're expected to do is to label. But please be mindful that for the purpose of this soil test, we need about at least 250 grams of soil sample. We did this just as a model for you. So we need at least 250 grams of soil sample from a particular field to be able to carry out the test. So please ensure you fill this up to at least 250 grams. Then you proceed to labeling. The first thing I have here is your name. For instance, my name is Adegboye Adewale Michael. My location is Ikore International Development Limited, Abuja. My phone number, yes, I will have that there. And sample ID or sample name, I have here IKR001. So why you need the numbering is to say, for instance, probably on your farm, you have like 2 samples. You can say sample 1 is IKR001, your sample 2 is IKR002. That differentiates the soil, and we know what is expected. And then the next thing is what crop you are growing, or what crop is currently growing, or the crops you plan to grow on this particular soil. So please ensure that you carry out this necessary procedure.